We have the power of Sky Strikers on our side, some of the dinosaur innovations, and probably some of the more interesting decks that you could see this week. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. You know, you wanted to see what triple upstart with the Sky Striker deck actually kind of feels like for the more modern era. Well, this is a OCG list that caught my attention because I was like, you know, what are we doing here? Because I feel like most of these builds want to see thrust or the power of thrust, and we're only playing one, and it's actually sighted down here, which is kind of interesting. But to be fair, I feel like with the desires and things that you're playing in this deck, you're just turbo gassing anyway and making a clear attempt to, you know, kind of blow your opponent out of the game. Also, we can thrust into the soul release, which is kind of interesting. Also, you know, getting the change of heart, getting these turbo going second cards to help you at least attempt to play the game. Also, you know, how cheesy linkage can actually be. I'm also massively shocked that they're getting away with playing triple rows of all things. This feels very, very costly, in my opinion, but to be fair, you don't really have to worry about losing to, like, random by steals or things like this, and this is actually pretty important. Also, we are playing one Carmilla. This card is our Camellia. This card's pretty good. And then we have only 2 Hayate. Most of these builds needed to find room to cut for things, which is, your extra deck is very limited in a deck like this. So when you face more of these limitations, you have to make sacrifices along the way, which I perfectly understand. I also like the triple different dimension ground that this deck is actually able to, you know, thrust on into and then punish your opponent. Same thing here with the dimensional barrier. You don't really consider a lot of the value that you can get with some of these more power cards kind of assist you and make sure that, hey, you know, we're going to set up into a very good, strong game-winning position. Next up here, we have dinosaurs, and yes, we are playing the Mega Trilla, whatever this thing's name is. This thing is actually pretty good. So you can tribute a reptile, discard a card, source somebody level 6 or lower fire dinosaur from your deck. Okay, so our fire dinosaur, Laios here, normal or special. We can set an evolutionary bridge or a singularity, and then during a main phase, if this card you control is normal or special summoned by the effect of a fire monster, you can send a fire reptile or a dinosaur from deck to the graveyard, and then you can make 2 monsters on the field become the same level as that monster sent. Huh, fire reptile. Huh. Well, you know, you have the little functionality of this. I really, really wish. Yeah, you can also drop the misc. Yeah, that's it's really cute. This is like a little cute re-engineered method of being able to tie in the Evilswarm package with the dinosaur stuff to kind of help turbo out and create a stronger end board than you normally might see. And, you know, I guess this also goes to prove that, like, triple misc is kind of stupid. Alright, gotta love the fact that dinosaurs really having massive protection like this is pretty good. Also, evil singularity. Card's pretty bonkers, actually, as it is. So I like this list. This is pretty chill. Next up here, we have the next 2 lists are from something that's called the Just This Cup. And typically what these tournaments are, they're a little bit more laid back in terms of the environment. And you can kind of play more theme decks and have a little bit more fun. Fun in the word Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, I know that's still a very major thing that a lot of players have to understand. So for this list, yes, we are playing Evilswarm. Yes, we are playing Triple Rabbit. I still think that we need a specific Evilswarm named monster that acts just like Rabbit, and we could actually probably save this deck. We are playing 1 copy of Dark Light in here as well. Actually, fun fact, this card's actually pretty broken. Destroys all special summon monsters this turn. It's actually pretty good. And then, of course, we are playing 1 copy of Terminus. You know, this is actually a pretty decent trap card, but I don't know. Once again, you're playing a more casual build of Evilswarm. So maybe it's not going to be the most explosive pile in the world. And even to this day, we're still playing 2 copies of Pandemic. You were never trying to maximize on 3 of this. Maybe we were in a much more aggressive spell and trap format. I could see an argument to push this, but for now, it's not really all that needed. But this list is super cute. I was a big fan of this. Next up, Constellars. Now this is... I still have problems with the way that this list is made, but that's fine. I do appreciate the fact that this build is playing the double or nothing cheese OTK. You know, the ability to just pull something out of left field and punish your opponent is always going to be one of the more absurd things that you can do with a deck like this. I think a lot of people, you kind of underestimate the power that you can kind of get with just having a built-in Utopia package. Yeah, you do have to play a brick, but man, oh man, the hilarity on your opponent's face when you're able to slam on in with big ol' Utopia and your opponent's like, what in the world just actually happened here? Well, you just lost to probably the biggest cheese that you actually could. No real surprise there. So I like this. This is what you like to see for these sorts of things. And we have, this is actually pretty standard. Though we're playing the Sub-Labyrinth package in here with the one big Welcome Labyrinth to pull out a Silver Castle. You know, I guess this kind of comes down to at what point of making a actionable board you select things. Because, I mean, okay, so you have the Red Dragon stuff in here for the baseline support with the Resonators. You also have Ecclesia and Floor, and then, of course, you're playing this lovely Labyrinth in here as well. And then you're bringing in all of these interesting engines. And I see that we're playing one copy of Moon Haze, and we're playing a copy of the Pack Bit, which the Pack Bit's a pretty decent card. But the Moon Haze here, on Synchro Summon gains, you make a square gain attack equal to the total level of the non-tuner, times 300, then inflict damage to your opponent equal to the level of the tuner. Hey, it's another Dark Dragon. So, interesting. I also see that we are playing Super Polys. And hey, we have some Mind Crushes in here as well. To be fair, I don't really feel like Mind Crush gets as much love anymore, obviously, with like the ruling that it has, but sure, I'll take this. This is kind of cute. Next up here, Pran Kids Sky Striker. First of all, how do you have this much room to fit all of this into your extra deck? First of all, because that's the first thing that blows my mind, because this is so jam-packed. Like, this is crazy. I also see, hey, One Day Apiece, the Thrust. Okay, we're kind of getting into the stuff I like to see here, but your Prank Kids names are 2 fire and then 1 of each. You only play the 1 Sky Striker Ace array. And then the rest of the package is just turbo options. Oh my gosh, the good old Bonfire for the Lampsies. Yeah, I actually forgot Lampsies was a Pyro. Okay, well, you know what? Once again, you have this overflowing level of synergy for these ideas that shouldn't work, hypothetically on paper, but, you know, when people try to find ways to bring this together, sure. And, of course, you do see we are getting to play the Sky Striker Ace Camellia down here. Imagine if this had a 20-card extra deck. You know how much... You could actually see Link 4 plays with this deck. And that blows my mind that that's a possibility. And our last list here is actually more Ice Barriers. I've been trying to pay attention to the little Ice Barrier innovations when they do show up, because I think this deck has a lot of potential. It's just, unfortunately, at the current state that it is, it just feels a little bit short in comparison to the rest of them. And I do like the fact that we have triple Ice Jade Ran a Grind here. Actually, this is pretty strong. And you know, there were builds that were trying to play 1 of this. I'm genuinely impressed that they were trying that. Double copies of the big guy. Oh, we're doing the White Aura stuff down here as we should be. Once again, our Super Poly for the Mud Dragon showing up. And we have Lancia's typical Droll. And of course, we are seeing the Thrust for post side decking. The OCG is such a different place, man. You just get to slam down red reboots and go, go, go. So that's everything that we have for today. A lot of very interesting things. I like that. You know, it gives you a good chance to kind of see where things are diverging. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.